So take your seat here in the front and in the middle, and I hope that we will have 2 fruitful and informative days together with you. It is a very complicated theme, what we have chosen for this topic during this conference. It is the pulmonary arteries connecting the lung with the heart. And I think it is filled with hopefully new information, and it is filled with updates for the current status, so that hopefully every one of you will have the chance to collect the information you want to have, and to have the chance to discuss with all our experts, and to bring up probably new problems and new questions, what we hopefully can answer, or what we will collect for the next topic of a future meeting to answer that in the next few years, if not decades. You probably know that the Lange Symposium is a row. In the meantime, it's the 11th one, and we have decided to just focus on the English language. We started with a bilingual platform, but as we have chosen the English language totally, we had an increase of the participants, also coming from Germany. The green ones are coming from abroad, the yellow ones are coming from all over Germany, and the blue ones are coming from Berlin. So the English language should not be a real restriction to have a symposium in Germany, and that is the reason why we stick to that decision, and will continue also in the English language. So the first day we have a packed program. We're starting with basics, followed by imaging and modeling in pulmonary atresia, and have the first keynote lecture from Professor Fischer and Professor Meyer, and then we continue with the treatment with regard to the primary connection, which means the surgical or interventional correction of the primary opening of the RVOT, followed by specific strategies in terms of surgical or invasive treatment. And then probably at 7 o'clock in the afternoon, we are really exhausted. And that is the reason why we organized again a party, an evening party. Every one of you will be invited. There are a few more tickets available at the desk. My team will assist you in booking this. Please keep seating. We will have a chance also during the breaks for having new tickets for the evening party. Tomorrow, the evening party will take place in the Wasserwerk, which is a very specific location. And there we will have a walking dinner and free drinks, and live music by the Slava with special guests with R&B, swing, and soul, and some jazz music, followed by a DJ who will give you the chance to dance or to celebrate that party up to you, how long. Tomorrow morning, we start at 9:30. This is a tribute for those who probably will dance up to 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the night. But we start with a keynote lecture, and that will be followed by some specific aspects for the epigenetic and vasculature, and then followed by the treatment, the taking care for the complex pulmonary atresia patients. We have a specific topic for heart failure, which is one of the big problems in long-term treatment of these patients. And at the very end, with a specific focus on that, what will have the problems in adults or in long-term issues in taking care for these very ill patients. At the very end, we will have a lottery drawing, so it probably is a good idea to be here to the very end of the meeting, because that will be the last step. If you are leaving the room before that, you will have no chance to win this iPad mini. So we will see how many of you will stay to the very end, and one of those winners will have this iPad. There is can I get back to my... There's one specific aspect what I want to share with you. There's a joint venture between the Association of the German Association of Pediatric Cardiology and the Association of Cardiovascular and Thoracic Surgeons in Germany. And they decided, with regard to this joint venture, that they will have an annual meeting together with it, and that will take place in February next year and in the following years. And that was the reason why we had to decide whether we stick to the January date, and we thought that it is too close together, and that was the reason why we changed the future dates of the Lange Symposium and will bring it to September next year, in a period of time where not many not important meetings will take place. So I hope that every one of you who will decide to come again to this Lange Symposium will have the chance to come also in September. And I can promise you the weather in September in Berlin is much better than that, what we usually have in January here in Berlin. As all of you may know, that these kind of symposia will not take place without the sponsorship, without the support of the industry. And here is one of those specific sponsors which are indicated here. And I want to highlight our caterer, Aramark, who is being with us for many, many years. And I think they have done a brilliant job within the last years, and they will do it the best again this year here. And now I think it is time to start, and it's a great privilege for me that we will have two famous ladies, yeah, starting with Professor Gittenberger de Groot and followed by Professor Yenho. And it's a great pleasure for me to have the chance to chair the session together with Professor Gittenberger de Groot, who will have the first lecture of this symposium. I wish you to enjoy the meeting, and now we are ready.